Hello, hello, hello. It is your mom of three in NYC. Back at you with another video. Yay! Hello, hello, hello. First, I want to thank my new subscribers. Thank you for being part of my channel's growth. Thank you to my A1 Day ones. And if this is your first time on my channel, come on in. Welcome. My name is Taneza. I am the mother of three insightful, very insightful children living in the heart of New York City. You have just clicked on a review for Married at First Sight UK. Married at First Sight UK. I will be reviewing Married at First Sight UK edition, season 7, episode 10, I believe. Let's get into it. Episode 10. Let's jump into it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Welcome to all my new viewers. I would love for you to become part of my YouTube family, my tribe. All you gotta do is hit that button down below. The one that says subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All right, tribe. Season 7, episode 10. It begins with Laura and Richie. They spent the night apart. They had been intimate, but Laura, while she was discussing what she likes versus what she doesn't like, Richie felt like she was talking about having sex with other people. Richie became super offended. He left, and then he ghosted Laura. Laura is still struggling with Richie's lack of relationship experience. Shanita and Jordan. April and George had couples over to their apartment for some drinks. Thomas went with April into the restroom. When she leaves the restroom, April tells Shanita that Thomas is talking badly about her behind her back. Conveniently, April is too ill to attend the second couple's dinner, so George goes solo. At the second dinner party, Thomas and Adrian enter first. Shanita and Jordan enter after them. Thomas is cold. He says that he'll talk to Shanita later. Like I mentioned, George arrives solo. Jenna and Zoe come, PJ and Jess. And then Richie enters solo. And he kind of gets defensive when they're like, where's Laura? He's like, I don't know. Like, you should know where your wife is. But as I mentioned, they had a really bad argument. Keisha and Kwame enter, holding hands again. The experts believe that they are a power couple. Whitney and Duca arrive together. And according to one of the experts, we dress our attitude. And the fact that Whitney has, he says her dress is yellow. It looks like orange to me. But this bright colored dress, and the fact that Duca has this print shirt that has yellow in it. Again, I saw orange, but hey, let's go with it, yellow. Laura arrives solo, and she, quote, looks tense. It does look awkward. It does look awkward. She hugs Richie, and there's obvious awkwardness. Laura suggests they have a chat. They all sit around the table, and the experts have provided an honesty box. Again, this honesty box is there to incite conversation and not tension. The question is, what do you like about Duca? Whitney answers that she has grown to really like Duca. And it's funny because the reason she gives is the reason that she did not like him initially. It was the fact that he holds court. But she sees it now as Duca wanting to make others feel comfortable. PJ asks Jess, this honesty box, do you think we can move beyond friendship? Jess says, honestly, no. I guess I feel so bad for PJ. I really do. He seems like such a good guy. She says that she wants to have the feeling, I want to rip your clothes off, and she does not have that with him. Doesn't have it. Non-existent. PJ is so positive. And I put the quote he said, you bring out the best version of me every day. And I have in my notes, guys, has PJ lost himself? Like, is he working too hard to win Jess over? In my opinion, this relationship, tribe, really seems one-sided. It does. I feel like he's making all the sacrifices and he's doing all the work. Jenna asks Zoe, how good do you think I am at compromising? According to Zoe, your compromising skills need some work. Zoe says that she has compromised way more than Jenna. The fact that she has eaten vegan meals for the last 3 days, and Jenna was kind of snarky. She was like, because I've cooked. I've been cooking. Zoe is upset. This is Taneza speaking. Zoe's upset on the low about the veganism. I really, truly believe that. And this angers Jenna. Zoe asks Jenna, what are you trying to say that you feel I have not heard? Jenna's response is that you don't ask why I live my life the way that I live it. You don't ask why. It's upsetting to Zoe. I really think that Zoe thinks she has done a lot. I really believe that. I believe that Zoe believes she has done, and she probably has, and she needs a minute. She walks away from the table. Well, back with the honesty box, Thomas asks Adrian, what is one thing that you would change about me and why? Try. This answer that Adrian gives, best answer ever. Thomas says, what's one thing you would change about me and why? Adrian says, I would change situations in your life that have led you to your defenses. The answer is so good, you guys, because it's not an attack on Thomas. It's actually a supportive answer. All of the things that have happened to you that have made you so defensive. I mean, what a great answer. What a thoughtful answer. He's tuned in. He's tapped in his feelings. Richie asks Laura, how much of a future do you see for the marriage long term? And Laura keeps it 100. Laura's like, listen, we can't even answer the question right now. We need a discussion about yesterday's argument. Zoe comes back to the table from her stepping away. Shanita asked Jordan, how would you rate our match? Honestly, tribe, I thought he was going to say a 10. I really did. I thought that it's been awesome. There have been no hiccups. I thought they're still in the honeymoon period. I thought he was going to say a 10. Maybe if not a 10, a 9, but he says an 8. I said I thought would be higher. Jordan asked Shanita, what obstacles do you think we need to overcome now or in the future? And she says that him not thinking things through and not taking things as seriously as he needs to. One of the couples said, oh, Jordan's like a puppy. And Shanita says, yeah, but sometimes you need a Rottweiler. And you could tell that offended Jordan. So there's something brewing under the surface with these two guys. Something brewing. Things aren't perfect. Keisha asks Kwame, why do you think we have not been intimate yet? Kwame said, because of me. According to Kwame, there are two kinds of women. One, a woman that wears her sexual heart on her sleeve. And secondly, the woman where it's meant a lot more. It's not just sleeping with her, but it's committing to her. In my notes, I asked, does Kwame mean that he does not want to commit to Keisha? And you can tell this answer really upset Keisha. She's a sexual being and a boss, B-I-T-C-H. Keisha looks and sounds hurt by that answer. Again, tribe, Keisha and Kwame are not on the same page. Do you guys hear it in the back? Hey guys in the back. They're not on the same page. Even the experts say, I'm just not that into you. That's what he's basically saying with that answer. When she says, why have we not been intimate? He says, you know, there's two kinds of women. One that wears her sexual heart on her sleeve. The other that it means a lot more. It's not just sleeping with her. It's committing to her. And so are you saying you're not committed to Keisha? Because either way, it's an embarrassing moment. And it's a sad moment because, again, he's not into her. And he's now said that in front of the entire group. All the couples. Thomas calls April a liar. He says that he didn't say anything about Shanita. April's the one that said it. Doesn't know why April would say that about him. Jordan joins the conversation and then George overhears it. Thomas says, I'm not going to have this conversation, and walks away. Adrian said that he's tornado aftercare. Because Thomas gets so worked up. Is this who Thomas really is? Because I feel like he's either putting on a show or he's way too involved and invested in other relationships. Like every time they all get together, there's a problem. He has a problem with somebody. And it's getting exhausting, Thomas. You're too old. You're a grown man. Grown man. George stands up for April in her absence. And the episode ends with Thomas calling April a liar, beauty queen, fraud. It's not funny. It's mean. He's like, that's why she's Miss Great Britain. All right. So that concludes the review. Basically, they had the second couples dinner. Everyone was there except for April, who's under the weather. And the honesty box started some pretty good conversations. All right, let's recap. Still with it. All right, Laura and Richie, I do not feel that they're a good fit. I don't. Richie is not what Laura wants or needs. He's too inexperienced for her. Shanita and Jordan, I still feel like they're a good match. I feel like they're gonna keep pushing through. I really do. PJ and Jess, I'm scared for them. They're on rocky soil because she thinks there's no way that they can go beyond friendship is a huge red flag. She gives it 0%. Not even like a 10% or a 20%. It's 0%, unfortunately. And I really like PJ, and I was hoping they could break through this, but I don't think they can. Keisha and Kwame, I do not understand why he's stringing her along. I mean, does he want fame? Does he want to be on a TV show bad enough? I don't know, but he's not into Keisha. He's given no indication that he finds anything remotely attractive about her, and she continues to put herself out there. So I think that he needs to be a stand-up guy and go ahead and cut it off. Don't hurt her any longer. I like Jenna and Zoe together. I do. I do. They have to both realize this is going to take a lot of work. Marriage is a lot of work on both. Both you and your partner. Thomas and Adrian, Thomas needs to relax. He's a lot. But again, maybe there's unresolved trauma there. I think that George and April, he stood up for her with absence. And so that was good to see. All right, so Shanita and Jordan, yay. PJ and Jess, it's a nay, unfortunately. Laura and Richie, it's a going towards a nay. Keisha and Kwame, he's not into her. It's a nay, but he keeps stringing her along. Maybe there's more that we're going to find out about that relationship. Thomas and Adrian, they seem committed to each other, so that's a yay. And then George and April, they are on their way. And then Whitney and Duke are on their way as well. That was a big surprise this episode, was how well Whitney and Duke are doing. But I'm here for it. You know your girl loves love. Teneza loves love. So I'm here for it. All right. Do you guys have yays and nays yet? Who's not going to work out? Who's going to work out? Who are you pulling for? Drop in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you in our next review. Bye for now, tribe.